When using the heat press, you will have these two bars. The bottom one is the fabric bar. This fabric bar has two notches in it. As you can see, there's one without any notch at all. And then there's this one with a notch. That notch will provide tension for bandana fabric, and so for only bandana fabric, the tension can cause it to stretch. So it will be shifted to the zero tension bar so that it can free spin. The bar itself is pretty simple. I won't take it off because it's a really simple idea. You can just free lift it off. You can screw these to tie them in and out, and you push them all the way into the fabric and then tighten them in like any other screw. Depending on the core that is used in the fabric, you'll just want to push it all the way in. So if it was a core like this one that was holding the fabric, you would obviously push it up to here and then tighten it in. You can shift that so that it's always matching with your paper. And that's pretty much a simple version of just the entire bar system. One side has a notch, one side just kind of has this tapered end. They both do the exact same thing. You mainly just have to focus on this side. Next is the paper bar. You'll go down here, you'll clamp it in just to keep it secure. If you need to remove it, you bring it up and pull it. Sometimes it gets jammed. You will want to pull it inwards and up. So inwards and up. This has no sort of locking mechanism, but it does hold itself on. This is a tensioner spring. Depending on if you go left or right, you can tighten this and make it so that it's harder to turn or easier to turn. That isn't really used much as it's already set towards the machine, but for whatever reason in the future, if you need this paper to be easier to pull, that is how you do it. When feeding the paper, and obviously this is clear paper and I don't actually want to waste any of our fabric, so it's pretty simple. I like to use one hand in the middle. This prevents kind of the sides from veering off, which might happen if you push them in with two hands. The tension from the paper will naturally keep it straight in. This does not have tension as it is off of the roll, so it's not the best example, but for simple, you'll use two hands, so you'll place the other one on top of it like that and push it in, preferably with the paper getting fed in first, but there are some situations where the fabric will have to go over the paper. That you just, same thing, just watch out, be a little extra careful and try to be a little bit slower to make sure that it doesn't cause any wrinkles or any other abnormalities such as that. And you'll just slowly push it in. It will go in a decent amount after the paper is not visible from your standing position. So you'll just push it in, and once it's already in there, you'll just keep pushing a little bit, applying constant pressure until it's fully feeding and you don't have to push it anymore. Under here, the paper will go above and over. You will have to manually put it there. It does naturally want to go up there at first, but you do need to be down here getting ready to pull it. All of these bars are very hot, so don't touch them as I just did right there. Paper goes above these all the way down and gets fed onto the paper roller. The fabric will come down here, around, and be fed down through here. The fabric will always stay touching this fabric belt until it gets taped onto this. Same with the paper belt. It will come down here and be attached to this. These belts work the exact same as the main paper belt. These are the controls, clockwise, counterclockwise, on, off, and the speed. Very simple. You will bring the paper down, it'll go around, and then taped onto here, as you can see right now. Same with the paper. I know I just called the fabric paper, but same with the paper. Underneath this belt, around, it'll go rounded up. And that's the general idea of how to use the heat press for most basic things. There will be separate instructions for bandanas, tapestries, and blankets. as bandanas get stretched easily and there's more things to do with them. And tapestries and blankets have overfeed of ink, which requires you to use the tissue paper.